A very good evening to every one of you. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to Bed of Roses. The bed has been laid, the fragrance of love. The bed has been laid, and then I want to tell you that today it is already hot and spicy, and the curtains has also been dropped down. But we will lift it up soon to find out what is behind the scenes. Do you know what is behind the scenes? Yes, we are going to find out. But please, before then, I would like you to share. Invite a brother, a sister, a friend, get somebody on board whilst we all do it together this evening, spicing out love and then enjoying the best work of what love can give to us. It is time for love. It is time for learning. It is time for deliberation and discussion on love and matters of the heart. So please do me well and share. Invite anyone that you can on board and let us all do it together, because I know that every one of us loves someone. You love someone. We may not love the same things, but we do have our preferences. And for that, tonight we are going to share on a very spicy topic that I want every one of us to join us, and then we'll continue on with what we are sharing. I see some of you on the line. Please, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Please do share and then get the rest of them on board. So I'm going to release a song right now. Whilst the song is playing, please do me well and share. Do me well and share. Invite a brother and a friend and let us do it together. Let us spice love together. Let's share love together. Okay, so the music is playing now. It is time to share. It is time to share. I'll come back and take the moment to acknowledge every one of you, but this is time to share. Thank you.
My room as I waken from another dream of you. You be staring at me, giving me a kiss, say honey, play me a song, sip a melody. Give me something who say other baby. Wait, you you came along when I was nobody. Then show me how to be somebody. Hey, you Baba, hoy ba she fell. every hour. You say the things that only make me stronger. You give me the strength to accept the things I cannot change. Intentionality, I'm a different move. Baby, I'm not here, now you're true. Push me, grind, say, go, crack, go. You came along when I was nobody, baby. Then show me how to be somebody. Oh, he never she fell. I go die with you, give a back, oh, we sell, oh, yeah, and sister, oh, my love. The best in me. You bring out the best in me. The best in me. Touch of your hand. The best in me. You're my man. You're my man. The best in me. You bring out the best in me. You bring out the best in me. The best in me. Baby, touch of your hand. The best in me. I know you're my man. The best in me. And you bring out the best in me. Wow, and you bring out the best in me. With a touch of your hand. Oh, I know you're the best. You bring out the best in me.
Yay. I have enjoyed the song, and I believe you have enjoyed the song as well. The time of love is here. Bed of roses, the bed is laid, and it is time for us to lift the curtains up and find what is behind the scene. Before I do that, introduce the topic for tonight. Let me acknowledge every one of you there. I appreciate your life, and I appreciate God for your life, for connecting to Global Word Network and also to Bed of Roses, the aroma of love, spicing of love. And I believe that somebody, you are here to learn. It is a platform that we learn, we discuss, we share, we deliberate. And I believe that your voice matters and my voice matter. And also, I always say that wisdom is not in one person's head. And for that matter, you can also bring what you know, and I bring what I know, so that we will share it together. Amen. And the song that I just played says, "You made me feel better. You came into my life when I was nobody." In some cases, it is not so. In some cases, love comes and then love fizzles out. Some people have it for a day and the next day it is no more. Some people have it and they have it forever. Whatever be the case, we are going to learn tonight. And so please get yourself ready. And then I would love that you also call the studio line and also contribute and share your ideas and what you know, your thoughts, and it will be much grateful because it's a platform for deliberation and discussion. So please get yourself ready whilst we do it together tonight and then spice up love. Let me greet those that I see on board this evening. I see Mama Eyi Ajin. Mama Eyi, how are you? I bless God. She's saying, "Good evening, Mommy Doreen. Good evening to you, Mama Eyi. Welcome to Bed of Roses." We have Mr. Mendes also seated on his seat, seated on his hot seat. In fact, Mr. Mendes, you will be calling. And so he's on the hot seat, and he says, "Good evening, Rev. Good evening to you, Mr. Mendes. We bless God for your life, Mama. You say, hope you and the family are doing well. It's been a while. Yes, it's been a very long while, but I am doing amazing. How about you and the family as well? The Lord has been good to us. God bless you." Now we go the next, and I see Mama Victoria Sedefia. I call her my exotic mama. My exotic mama has stationed herself, and so God bless you, exotic mama. We thank God and I appreciate your coming. And she said, "Thank God for giving me the grace to be among the living. Thank Him for making me to be part of this program. Thank you." My mommy has a pork on crown, so mommy will also be teaching us tonight. So mommy, your voice matters tonight. Please drop your comment, or better still, call the studio line and make us aware. God bless you. We have Judith. Judith, how are you? Miss you, Judith. Says, "Good evening, dear mommy. Good evening to you, Judith. God bless you. Please do share. Every one of you, please share, and continue sharing." We also had Tilly B. Tilly B, how are you? You said, "Very nice song." Very nice song. Yes, I did enjoy that. So I believe you also enjoyed yourself. We go further, and I see Emily Lara. Emily says, "Good afternoon, Rev, and good evening, everyone." Good evening to you, Emily. I appreciate you. Thank you for coming on board. Now we go further, and then we have Mama Ise, beautiful song, amazing. And then we have Mama Yese, blessings. So, Mommy, we thank God that we are blessed together and we are here to share and also enjoy the take on love. Mr. Mendy says, my notebook is ready. In fact, today I am rather learning from every one of you. So, please get yourself connected. Don't be shy. It is a time to deliberate, it is a time to share, it is a time for you to also bring. Your ideas, and I believe that it will go on well. And thank you all for joining. Thank you all for joining. Tilly, please bring all the girls and bring all the men. Bring every one of them. This is an important topic that we want to talk about. And so, therefore, let everyone be ready to hear, share, deliberate. And I believe that it will be a blessing to us. Tilly says, I am blessed, Rev. We thank God. We say, we thank God you are doing amazing. We thank God I'm doing amazing. Yes, I'm doing amazing. We bless God. Please do me well and share. Share as many as you can. Please do share. Invite a brother, a sister, and a friend. This is the time of love, and I believe that love is knocking at your door. Love is ready to be satisfied. Love is ready to also speak out. When we talk about there are so many unspeakable things that many feel that they do not want to share. There are so many things that goes on behind the scenes that people are mute about it. But this platform is not a platform of muteness. It's a platform of what? Open up and then sharing deliberation. And so today we are going to go into it more and more and more and deeper and deeper and deeper. So thank you all for joining. We have Mama Delasi. Hey, Mama Delasi is on board. Dela, please call that studio line ready to hear you. We appreciate every one of you this evening. Whilst you have joined, please make a moment to share. We haven't got much of them on board yet. Please connect every one of them. Those that are sleeping, wake them up. Those that have forgotten themselves, please remind them and bring them whilst we all do it together. So love is very, very important. Love is very important. Our love affairs must be steered by something. It must be steered and geared by something. And most of the time, this important aspect of it is not said or is unspoken. And many strive to do it anyhow, or many do it the way they want it, and it may not really correspond to the heart. So today we are here to share, deliberate, and discuss on this subject, which we started the last week, the sexual creativity. And today I am also going to go further and also talk about the steps to good sex. The steps that you can take in order for you to have good sex. Every sex is sex, but we have proper sex and we have good sex. So therefore, how can I enjoy sex? How can I have good sex? And to those that are listening to me, viewers discretion, please, let me just put it in the right context for you that this is for steady. This is for steady. And for those that are liable to do what they are supposed to do, you can practice. If you are not, I'm not here to encourage you to do what you are not meant to do, but rather to study and then prepare yourself. Study to show thyself approved. And so tonight we are going to discuss further into that. Last week was amazing. We had many of you coming to contribute and sharing your thoughts and everything. Now today we also need you to do the same and then open up and let us all deliberate together. So when we come to Bed of Roses, why is Bed of Roses here? There are so many people that are feeling the pains of love, while though love is supposed to be sweeter, but they are going through the pains of love. There are so many people that are lost in the corridors of love. There are so many people that have questions unanswered. Who do I ask? Who do I talk to? Those that want to talk don't want to talk it in details. They don't want to talk the full thing. Some of them paraphrases. Some of them also don't want to even open their mouths at all. So where do I learn from? Where do I get all this knowledge from? That is why we are here today, share and deliberate on this matter. So whilst you are ready and I'm also ready, we are talking on sexual creativity part 2. And then also we'll follow you to talk about the steps you have to take to have a good sex. When we talk about sex, there are steps to go, there are other things you must know, and we are going to go deeper into it. Last week we started, but we did not exhaust all the questions, and so today we go further in answering some of the questions that pop up and things that we have to say. So please, if you are ready, we are going to go straight into it. But before then, let me release one more song. Let me release one more song before we dive deep into it. And so, whilst I'm releasing the song, I want you to invite somebody on board. Share and share and share and share. I believe that you have already started sharing. If you haven't, please, it is time to share. So this song is for you to relax yourself, grab your notebook, get some water, a glass of water by your side, and then relax to be able to share and then also deliberate. So thank you all for joining, and then let us share now. Share, share, share.
Hey, I'ma always be here for you. I got you. Look here. Look in my eyes. Can't you see that I'm focused? Stay focused. I know you love me, baby, yeah. Can you show me that you love me? Can you put no one up on me? Can you show me that I'm lucky? You drive me crazy, baby, yeah. Can you tell me that I'm lovely? Can you open up for me? Can you be my love junkie? I'll change for you. Talk to me what you wanna do. I'll give it all to you times two. You got my back, I got yours too. This throwback look feel like the 80s. We can dance on the moon and make a baby. I'll die for you, but don't call me crazy. In love with you, with you. Stay focused. I know you love me, baby, yeah. Can you show me that you love me? Can you put no one above me? Can you show me that I'm lucky? You drive me crazy, baby, yeah. Can you tell me that I'm lovely? Can you open up for me? Can you be my love junkie? Hey, hold up, I need you to calm down, relax. I got you. I'ma always be there for you. Stay focused. You got me thinking, you got me dreaming, you got me thinking about the way you move, the things you do. You've got me fiending. Yeah. Will you always stay true?
Will you always stay true?
There's no me without you.
There's no me without you.
Will you be my everything?
Would you be my everything?
You'd be down for me.
You'd be down for me.
Will you bet it all on me? Can you show me that you're focused? Never leave my heart broken. Will you risk it all for me? Can you show me that you're focused? Never leave my heart broken. I know you love me, baby, yeah. Can you show me that you love me? Can you put no one above me? Can you show me that I'm lucky? You drive me crazy, baby, yeah. Can you tell me that I'm lovely? Can you open up for me? Can you be my love junkie? It's 9:36 in Los Angeles. I'm just vibing out in the studio, just letting my feelings out. Got a flight back to Memphis in the morning. Probably talk to my mother. Get on my brother's nerves. Maybe even write another song about you. Hit me up when you get this message.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. We are back. I'm back on. We are here. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, everyone that is ready. Let us go into discussion, into deliberation, and I believe that we are ready. Now, let us go into it. What is sexual creativity? What is sexual creativity? We've spoken about sexual creativity. So, what is sexual creativity? Now, let me highlight the topic tonight. I want us to know that sex has a manual. There is a manual of having sex, and I want to say that sex is not born out of porn. It's not born out of porn, but made by God. Sex is made by God, and it brings intimacy to the extent that Jesus himself says that to the two that engages in sex are no more one. They are no more two, but have become one. So sex is something that brings intimacy Sex is something that brings bonding, and for that matter, it has bonded many people, and some too are in a deep pit that they are crying that nobody can hear their voice because whatever is being done to them is not the proper way. So that is why we are learning today on sexual creativity, and then the steps in what enjoying sex, the sex to enjoy good sex, the steps. Oh, what am I saying? The steps to enjoy good sex. And so somebody just get yourself ready as we go into it. The first question, which is in continuation of what we did last week, is we want to find out what ways that can be ways that one can be sexually creative. What are some of the ways that a person can be sexually creative? When we talk about creativity in sex, how can I be creative? What are some of the things I can do to be creative? What are some of the things I can do to be creative? And so therefore I want you to know that the studio lines are open and you can call also to contribute. Let your voices be heard tonight. What are some of the things that I can do to be creative? What are some of the things I can do to be creative? Okay, so the studio lines are open, clock is ticking out, so please do call and share your ideas, and then we'll be blessed by that. Thank you, everyone on board. So, how can somebody be sexually creative? What are some of the things they have to do in their sexual life to make them have a creative sexual lifestyle or enjoyable sexual lifestyle? So, please, if you know, please call and then let us enjoy your answer. Thank you all. Thank you. I'm giving us about 1 minute for somebody to call or studio lines for us to call. Let me give the studio lines to call 0208 0208 0208 133 133 83 8379 0208 133 8379, and then the other number is 073 073 073 7781 7781. Any of these numbers comes to the studio and your voice will be heard. To those that are listening to us on Global World Network on the radio, we welcome you all and thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. So let us share, deliberate, and I believe that is going to be a time of enjoyment, a time of deliberation, and a time of great discussion tonight as well. So let us flow together. Let us flow together. So how can one become sexual creative? So what are some of the things they should do to become creative in their sexual life? If you do know, let's please call the studio line and contribute. Call the studio line and contribute. Thank you so much. Waiting for a first caller. Waiting for the first caller to call. Okay. So they say the numbers are on the screen now. So for those that want to call and then contribute, please do. How can one be sexually creative? What are some of the things they can do in order for them to be creative? So let us go into that one. And I appreciate that you do call the studio line or drop your comments on Facebook or on YouTube, and it will be read. It will be read. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Okay. Okay, let me just quickly read this one that has been sent to my mobile. Okay. There's a saying that there is a saying, this is from a lady, said there is a saying that sex reaches out to our soul so much that it brightens our day. In the same way, when you do it wrongly, it damages your soul. So there is the need for us to learn and equip ourselves in our sexual journey. So, okay, so there is the need for us to learn on our sexual journey. Is somebody ready for us to learn tonight? How can one be sexually creative? When it comes to topics like this, that, as I said last week, most people frown on it, most people become quiet. It's something that we do in secret. We don't want to talk about it in public. And for that matter, we'll be quiet to listen to somebody speak. But I want you to know that it's time for us all to share and deliberate on this topic. If you have questions or you have contributions, you have answers, please come in or come on board and let us all do it together. What is sexual creativity? How can somebody become creative in their sexual life? You may be a married woman. How do I become, say, creative? You may be a married man. How can you become creative in your sexual life? Please do call the studio line and let us do it again. The numbers to call is 0208 0208 133 133 8379 or 073 073. Please do me well and then call the 073 instead. Call the 073 11607781. Call 073 11607781. Thank you. Wow. I see Reverend Joycelyn there. Reverend Joycelyn, well, God bless you, woman of God. I can see you there. In fact, she's going to give us some nice apple here. I believe Reverend Joycelyn is ready to give us apple. He said, shh. He said I should be quiet so that she will speak. And so, Reverend Jocelyn, I am quiet. So now take the floor and then talk to us on sexual. She's laughing what sexual creativity is. How can one become sexually creative? How can one enjoy sex life, their sex life? And so let us come into deliberation and in discussion. The number, please take the 07311 07311 7781. Now, I'm going to share a few things with us whilst you can also prepare to call the studio and call the studio and then also share. Reverend Jocelyn say, more anointing, woman of God. I receive that anointing. I receive it to share. Amen. Thank you. Thank you, woman of God. Now, when we talk about, as I said, that sex has got a manual. And the manual of sex is that it is not born out of porn. Most people think that sex is ungodly or sex is something that is sinful, but I want you to know that it is not. It is God who created it. God created sex, and he created it not to burden people, but rather for people to enjoy sexual activities. And for that matter, we must know the things we have to do and then do it right and enjoy. It is like you wanting to enjoy. You are hungry and you want to eat and enjoy good food. Because you are hungry and you want to enjoy good food, you must know the ingredients you need to prepare that food in order to make it more enjoyable. So some of the ingredients, when you miss them, such as peppers, such as salt, and if it's not in, the taste will not be right. Although you may have prepared jollof rice or banku, the taste may not come out right. So this is what we are talking about. So what are some of the ingredients that we can add to our sexual life to make it more enjoyable? How can one sexual life become appetizing, become inviting and be enjoyable? Because we know that, as we shared last week, there are people that are married, but they have only one way of doing their things. They don't explore, they don't learn, they don't spice themselves up. It is only one thing that they know. But on this platform, we learn on matters of the heart and also matters concerning the bedroom, where nobody wants to talk about. That is why it is called Bed of Roses. So we are going straight into it. When we talk about sexual creativity, we are talking about you being you doing things in different ways. We've already gone into that, so I don't want to go back on that. So how can one become creative? How can one become creative? The first thing that I would say is that you must study your present condition. Now, for me to be creative in something, you must study what you have now. You must begin to study your sexual pattern, your sexual rules, and your sexual journey in order to know which one you need to add or what you need to subtract. There are some people that what you need is to just take certain things out of it and you are okay to go. There are some of you too that there are things you need to add to it and then you are ready to go. So what you do in order for you to be sexually creative, the first thing is to assess your sexual life. Sit down, assess yours. Are you enjoying it that much? Is it something that is okay for you? Is it something that your partner, your husband also enjoy it? Is it something that you are improving or is bonding the two of you together? If all the answers are yes, glory be to God. But if you realize that no, it is not a fall, then there need time for you to make some changes and also bring other things in. So the first thing for you to become sexually creative is to assess yourself and make some changes. Change certain things about you, say change certain things about the way you do things. And I believe that when you come to that assessment, now assessment must not be done in shyness. There are people that when it comes to this context, you are very, very shy. And for that matter, you may assess yourself wrongly. But I want you to know that there are diversities, there are things that you need to know about sex. So also you may want to read books and also watch some movies that will also give you ideas on certain things so that you may assess yourself well. Now, when you have come to the place of assessment and you have realized that, okay, I am not doing that well, I have learned one thing since I got married, and now I am still holding on to that one thing and have not added anything to it, and I have not changed my style, I have not done anything, then you begin to adjust yourself, begin to work on yourself by improving on your sexual lifestyle. Improving on your sexual lifestyle. We have Angela has made it. Angela has just joined us. Angela, you are welcome. And Angela says, good evening, mommy, and to us all. Good evening to you, Angela. Please do share for me. We have Mama Delasi say, change location, create a different atmosphere. Okay, change location, create a different atmosphere. Thank you so much, Mama Delasi. So just as Mama Delasi has said, the first thing I will say is that assess your sexual life. Have a sit down with your partner, have a sit down with your husband, and then talk about your sexual lifestyle. Talk about it. Is this something that you are both happy about? Is this something that you can do something with it? Can we be more creative? Is there any room for improvement? So you must sit down and talk, because I would say that sex is not done by one person. It takes two to tango. So therefore, the two of you must be involved in changing the sexual, making it better. So sit down and then begin to deliberate. Oh, what do you want me to do for you? What are some of the things that you want us to add to our sexual life? I believe that there are people that are married that have never had that conversation. Probably 20 years down the line, 10 years down the line, you have never even sat down to evaluate your sexual life. You have not done that before. But this is what is being taught today, that you must come to a point that you evaluate your sexual life. Then you can see the loopholes where the mistakes are. And you can also, sometimes it's not just a mistake, but outmoded styles you are doing or you have not improved on. So when you come to the point of assessing, you are able to know what is wrong and what you have to add. So the first point is assessment. Now, when you are assessed, make sure you are listening carefully to your partner or your husband. Whilst the man is speaking, listen. Whilst the woman is speaking, you also listen. Let it not be just one-sided. I want to run my mouth. Probably I am sexually active than you, so I want to say all the things that we have to do. Okay, me, I am very sexually wild in bed, so let me tell you what the things we ought to do. It is this, it is that, without allowing the other partners to also air their views. It is not right. So know that sex is not done by one person. So when you are going to change certain things about your sexual lifestyle, it must be done by the two of you, by sitting down and allowing everyone to speak, freely about their don't shut somebody in. There are some people that probably the suggestion the other person will bring may be a bit of a new thing to you and may want to shut the person down or scream on the person. No, that is not how to do it. I quite remember one of my daughters called me and said, Mommy, now the things that my husband is bringing, the styles are so amazing. It's so wow. And I find it difficult to do it. And I said, okay, if you find it difficult to do it, find a way of talking to him and tell him, okay, this one's when I do, probably it does hurt me. It hurts. And so therefore, for that matter, let us find a way of doing it right. Maybe using lubrication and other things. Or you can also learn something new and then introduce in the way of you also getting something that is comfortable. Sit down and also learn something that you will feel comfortable in and also introduce. Your husband is trying to spice up the sexual life, but sometimes it becomes too hectic for some of the women. It doesn't mean that, okay, for that matter, you will not do at all. But what you can do is we call something negotiation. You must negotiate your way in there, like you are doing business, and then also present something that it is also easy for you to do, and then you can do so well so that both of you can enjoy from that matter. So these are a few of the things that we will highlight on that. For the beginners, first assess yourself. Now give room for correction, allow your partner to also air their views, and when it is aired, now you begin to plan. The next step is planning. The next step is planning. So now we have assessed ourselves. We have discussed. Everybody has brought their point. Now we are going to plan. So if, let's say that you are going to foreplay, if your problem is in that, probably foreplay, there is loopholes in that. So then you plan that, okay, this is what we are going to do, these are the things we are going to add, or this is what, before we go into details in having intimacy, let's engage more in foreplay. Let us engage more in foreplay. Foreplay can also be like, it's also called in other context, romance. Romancing each other, kissing and petting, and then holding each other, touching each other, which also we said last week here that it helps in the penetration, in penetration, let me put it in that manner. So when the time foreplay is done properly to satisfaction, it makes the sex act actually more enjoyable. And so these are some of the things that you do. So let's take it that you are going to work on your foreplay. So that is, what can we add? Okay, our kissing. Is there any other ways we can kiss? Is there any other ways we can kiss? Just go deeper than just the peg on the lips. So all these things you learn. Now, aside that, what can we learn on foreplay? You got to know the soft spot of your partner, the G spot, some people will say, where you hold and the person will be singing a lullaby, where you touch and the person will lose touch with heaven and earth, and then it looks like they are falling into some place drowning, and then all they can say is, I am ready for you. So you must know all these things about foreplay. You must know all these things about your partner. So you begin to extract information from one another openly without being shy. And then when the information is being given, you come to the place of planning. So you come to the place of planning. You don't come and just jump on me, because now we are working on our sexual lifestyle. So you don't come and just pounce on the woman, or the woman will not just go and pounce on the man. So we know that in this month or in this week, we are working on foreplay. So you take time. And romance each other, kiss each other, hold each other, and then so create that bond. When you are able to do it properly, it makes sex itself enjoyable. It makes it something that you will long to do and do more. So let every one of you there learn how to do proper foreplay. Foreplay is very, very important. Now, as we go into that, the next steps is penetration. Okay, so when you have done, and then you have reached the peak where the person is ready, the next step is penetration. My God, I can't believe I'm saying all that. The next step is penetration. So these ones, you also know, how can we do it properly? How can we do it properly for both of us to enjoy? The two of you have to talk on that as well and work on that. Now we come to the creative act of on itself. When we come to the creative art, just as Mama Delasi has also put there, it said change locations, change location. Yes, it is necessary. It is necessary that sex is not only done in the bedroom. It's not only, I use the word only, not done only in the bedroom. Oh, thank you, Mama Victoria. Victoria Sapon, woman of God, I appreciate you. Thank you for coming on board. Sex is not only done in the bedroom. As married couples, you have the liberty to do it everywhere. In your home, you can do it, as I said the last time, in the bathroom is suitable. On the stairs is suitable. In the kitchen is suitable. The dining table, clear to do it on the dining table. Provided it is private, the children are not there. You can explore different ways. Don't just leave sex to just the bed, and then on the bed like a missionary lying down like a log, but be turning around and be doing other stuff as well. So creativity also starts by location. Now, when we talk about your environment, also will make your sexual life become more creative. There are certain things that you must bring to enhance. There are certain things you must bring in. Now, Every time probably you do it at home, one of the things you can also do is to probably locate to a hotel and then enjoy it there. So it is you are changing the environment, and that will also help to ease some burden from your heart and your mind so that you can freely enjoy yourself. Some people, because when you are home, you are tense. Maybe the children will pop in. So you are tense. Okay, some of you, okay, you just married and you don't have children yet. You have the liberty to do it all around. But when children comes in, sometimes it shorten the enjoyment because they are also around. These are things that you would not want to expose it too early to your children. So what do? You find suitable place. You find a suitable place that you have the peace of mind to enjoy to enjoy your sexual life. Now, from there, when you have changed the location, creating the environment is very, very important. Creating the environment. There are things that you can use as enhancers that will make the sexual journey very, very appetizing or enjoyable, such creating the environment. Now, laying it with a suitable, nice color for attraction is very important. Putting some petals on your bed is very, very important. We have other scented perfumes that you can also put in your pillow on the bed, that when you lie on the bed, the aroma itself or the scent itself can steer you up and steam you up into into having romance and other things. So there are certain things that you must do. Candles are there. We have candles that you can also introduce in that aspect to bring sexual enhancement. You position them in advantage points, and then you light it up whilst you take off the light and make it a bit cozy. Wow, my big sister is here. My big sister is a Doreen FT Carter. She is Doreen and I am Doreen. And then she's Doreen FT Carter. God bless you, big sis. I appreciate and I welcome you. Thank you for joining us this evening. My sister is going to contribute to Denche. So thank you so much, and I appreciate you so much for coming on board. Sis, please do share for me. Invite everyone on board. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now, so we go further about it. So candles are very something that you can use to create your atmosphere with. Turn the light off, light your candles. It changes the scenery. It make it more cozy. It make it more welcoming for you to be for you to be having that private time together. So these are some of the things that you introduce. And also, to go further into it, you must know that the room or the environment must be well ventilated. You don't want to be in a place where you are stuffed or where there is no air. Where there's no air coming in and going out. By the time you realize, the place will be too stuffy and you will not enjoy your sexual pleasure so much. So every place is also important. Whilst you put the candles, you light it up, put some petals, put some scented candles. The candles, we have different types. You can buy the scented ones which smell so good, and then I believe that it will do well on there. Let me take what Mr. Mendes is saying. Okay, so location, position, knowing your partner, what each other likes, create conducive atmosphere. Thank you so much. Yeah, it is very, very important for us to create the conducive atmosphere. So therefore, when these things are known, when these things are put together, I want you to know that there are also steps, which I really want to go into that one today. Steps for enjoyment. What are those steps? Let us get into it now. So the first step for you to know that we must know affection is very, very important. Affection is very important. When we're talking about sex, affection is very needed, and you must create it and you must breed it. You must breed it between the two of you. So the first thing is for you to create that affection. You wouldn't want to go and lie in bed with a woman that you have insulted all day, or you will not even feel comfortable. The woman will not even open up. Some of them will feel reluctant to do what they are supposed to do. So what you do is that you create the affection between the two of you. create the affection. Nice words are very, very important. Spice the man up, spice the woman up by saying nice words, compliment them. Oh, look at them where the areas of their life that you can compliment, support them so that you can create that affection for the two of you to enjoy. And I believe that when the affection is created, it will steer the mood. It will steer the mood. And let me bring it into the context of women. Why might be so? Please, we'll bring it into the context of the woman. A woman is such that you always have to prepare the woman. The woman is such a person that you always have to prepare the woman. The man is a bit different from the woman. The man is spiced by or is moved by what they see. The man is moved by what they see. So a man can see just the shape of a woman, and then the man is ready to go. The man is all jumped up and ready to go. While the woman, it is not so. The woman need a bit of words, because for we, the women, it is by what we hear. So you might have to tell, you are looking good, you are looking sweet, speak certain things into her ears, and then begin to hold her, touch her. Then whilst you are doing that, you begin to prepare the woman. You begin to prepare the woman. So it is two different things. The man respond differently than the woman, and you must know this as a woman. You must know that is why a woman must present herself more always attractive to spice the man's, to steer the man, the mind of the man. So when the man begins to see it and then it attracts him, he's ready for action. And then when the woman also hears the words that will soothe her heart, she also gets ready, she gets into the mood. So these are Angela, these are some of the things that we must know. Angela said, romance is sweet. Oh, hey, wow, Angela, bless you. So these are some of the things that we must know. And also you must also know the particular woman you have. Know the particular woman you have, and that will also come to a place of helping. Know the particular woman you have. Okay, Mr. Mendy said, a man's engine is always full and ready to go. My God, my God. They said the man's engine is always ready, full and ready to go. Well said, Mr. Mendes. Thank you so much. Now, I have Master David on the line. So let me just open the line. Good evening, Master David. How are you?
Good evening. I'm doing well. How are you and your listeners and viewers?
We are doing amazing, and we thank God for having you on board. We appreciate God for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome once again. In fact, today you are the one that is talking, and I'm the one that I'm writing. So I was just preparing the way for you, you know it. So I've got my I've got my notebook and my pen ready to write everything. So as you've come in, you may want to say something before we go further.
I would like to say thank you to you for the opportunity, and then thank God for keeping all of us safe to meet once again. Yeah, we are all ready to learn, we are all ready to explore, and we are all ready to spice up our relationships, in the various and different ways. So, like you said, as if I have the chance to talk, I will. If I don't know, then I'll also pick my pad and begin to write. So I like the way it is. Everybody chipping from their perspective, how they understand it. Nobody is perfect. No one is wrong. No one is right. We are here to explore what fits you, you take, and what don't you leave it for the other person. So I like the way it's going. And if there is any specific question, I will speak to it to the best of my understanding, and then we move on from there. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So the first question is, how can one become creative in their sexual life? What can they do to become creative? When it comes to creativity in sex, what can they do to be creative? Or what are some of the ways they can be creative?
The creativity in the sexual life depends most on what the person is ready to do. There is a saying that if you do what you did last year, again this year you will get the same results you got last year. There will be no difference. So when we talk of creativity, is changing, is not maybe having to hang on a woman for 2 hours or 3 hours, meaning you are being creative, or a woman lying down for you to bound her for a long time. That's not what we are talking about. We are talking about replacing the old fashioned sex life, or spicing it up, or boosting it to a different level. It's hard for people to change, especially I would say in this day and age, a lot of people are glued to their comfort zone, and so exploring something new. And I must be honest,
Mhm.
women always want to take adventure in sex life. They
Mm.
want to learn something, or if they hear something, they want to practice something far more than men. And the reason some women are not creative, it is because of the foul mouth of the men. Because if a woman try to be creative sexually, or you want to change position, want to practice a new style or something, instead of a man understanding and doing it with her, we tend to accuse them. Some men call their wives prostitute. Where did you learn this from?
Mm.
This is not godly. This is not like we are stuck in our old fashioned mindset. So when you get to that point, you have already killed the spirit of the woman, and she will not do anything creative
Mhm.
in your sex life, because then it becomes what you want, not what makes her happy.
Mhm.
And so, like I said, relationship without like um, enjoyable sex, or relationship without romance and all that, becomes endurance. The person is just there enduring you.
Mhm.
And in this day and age, the woman will be told, oh, because of what society will say, because of what others will say, or maybe if they have children, or because of the children, then they are stuck with you. And it's two ways. Sometimes some women to accuse their men when a man is trying to introduce a new style. Oh, can we do it this way? Can we do that? Where did you learn that from?
Mhm.
Which woman taught you this? You know, those are not motivational speeches. Those are not words of encouragement. Those are dream, and it's like romantic killing words. So we have to watch what we say at what time. When it's time for you to be romantic, that is not time for accusation. Please. So to spice up your relationship, to be creative, is to know the choice of words to use at what time. That is part of the creativity. It is not the act. It is not the penetration. It is not the number of the length of time you do. It is the things you put in to make it very attractive, to make it memorable.
Mhm.
Most women will start asking for their jewelry you promised them 3 months ago when it is time to have sex, or when you touch them romantically. Please, if you do that, there is no difference between you and a prostitute on the street asking for money. I'm sorry, but I have to be clear, I have to be straightforward. A guy knows that the woman is touching him, wanting to do something on the bed, or the lady came and is massaging his shoulders and all that, romantically running their hands through his chest, and if you are hairy, running the hands through the hair and all that. Something should click in your mind that the woman is telling you something. And that is not the time you have to accuse her of anything. Oh, now you want it. Yesterday, when I tried to touch you, you crossed your leg. 3 months ago, you didn't give me, and now you want it. Like, those are killing words. You are emotionally torturing your partner when you use those words at that time. There is nothing good and creative than putting everything aside and satisfying your partner when they make those advances. And then after that, the next morning or sometime when it is not in a sexual mode, you can address other matters. CEOs don't call for board meeting, and at the board meeting they start serving pineapple juice and orange juices for dinner. No, board meetings are to make decisions that will affect the company, that will affect the interest of the company, that will boost profit. That is not time for discussion about family matters. No. So everything have a purpose, everything have a time. So if you want to spice up, if you want to be creative, changing your mindset, putting away accusations is part of the creativity, because that is what will make you give in fully to your partner. That attention is one of the important creative things you do in sex. Giving full attention to your partner, because at that time everything else ceases. Your partner is now like the fish on the grill. Your partner is now like the chicken on the grill. You have to be roasting that chicken and don't lose all the juice out, and don't make it burn, don't make it dry. They have to be well done to the taste. So that is the time you are exploring. So when you begin to think and ask certain way, and please, part of the creativity in sex is you, the woman, directing the man to where you feel comfortable. Sometimes somebody will say, oh, I won't tell him where my feelings are. I will not tell him where I feel good. Yes, then he's going to hurt you. Then you will be in pain. What will it cost you? You've already run yourself, you're already naked on the bed. So what else do you have to hide? If you are all in, then go all out. But then when we begin to hold pieces and packets of our body, hiding feelings and all that from our partners, how do you want to get satisfaction at the end of the day? Because by the time the person do all this exploration to find, by that time he is already tired or she is already tired. But if you lead them to that spot, you enjoy. And there is more satisfaction in knowing that your partner is enjoying what you are doing. Number one, it boosts your morale. Your mind is now alert. You get full concentration, and then you, the receiver, becomes much more. You begin to enjoy it more. So sometimes it's not a one-way traffic. But the most important thing is when it's time on the bed, romantic times are not time for making demands. Romantic times are not time for accusations. Even if you remember 1,000 times, whatever, zip your mouth and let it go. I'll pause it. And if there's any other question, I'll take it.
Thank you so much, Master David. You are really hitting the hammer right on the nail, and we appreciate that so much. Let me take a few comments there, and then we can continue on from there. Obaya Sidi says, "Good evening, Mom, Master David, and everyone." Good evening. Okay, it's good evening. Well, let's go. And then Mama Delasi say facts. Mama Rebecca Owusu is also enjoying herself. And then the last is exactly. And we have Angela say simple, don't hide Simple, don't hide feelings. So, and then Mama Victoria said, if you say, it is good evening, not good morning. Okay. So we have Angela says, God is working, Mama. Amen. God is working, and we appreciate God. Now, we believe that all the things that Master David has said is exactly what it is. Now, Master David, there are people that do have sex, and there are people that will have good sex. As I was talking earlier, that what are some of the steps that one can embark on in order to ensure that they are having good sex or they are enjoying sex to the maximum. So what are some of the things one can do to know that, oh, this is not just mere sex, but I'm really enjoying it, I'm really doing it right? What are some of the things one can do to say that, okay, this is the steps to having good sex?
It differs from everybody. But the general thing everybody knows, or the general phenomenon, or the general rule that mostly is applicable is psyching the mind of your partner, preparing the mind of the partner, because to enjoy sex doesn't start from stripping yourself naked in front of each other. You can strip somebody naked when their mind is not angry. You can still have erection for you to satisfy yourself. A woman who is angry can still get wet, and you will satisfy yourself and walk away. No, so it starts from the mind, the preparation of the mind, because the preparation of the mind is where both of you, or you, the one going to, who wants it at that day. It's like the whole situation is like one calling a match. So there is somebody who is inviting another, and there is another one who becomes like a guest. So on that fateful day, whoever decides to start, the only thing I always say is that if you are at work, begin to prepare the mind of your wife right from the work when you get home. Text messaging, sending some kind of funny pictures. Maybe you went on a trip and she have some bikini pictures you have, sending all those to her and telling her, oh, I'm just whiling away time, and I decided to go through some of your beautiful pictures to remind myself how beautiful you are and how attractive you are. This was one of the best pictures, and all that. You are preparing the mind of the person, right? And you can even ask her, can you wear something short, like before I get home? Can you be sexually attractive by the time I get home? I don't want to meet the old self I want to meet the young you. So can you dress up for me in some, all those things are things that prepare the mind. Okay. Once you get the mind prepared, you get home. She is already in her mind. She knows where you are going. She knows where you are driving. And you have to cultivate a culture of language in your relationship.
Yes,
you should have some language that you speak to each other, that everyone, even you can speak it in public, nobody will understand it. Like when a woman is in her menses, you can tell the partner, hey, today there's not going to be any, or maybe the waterfall, the water fountain is broken, or the faucet is broken and we need plumbers to work something. You create your own code that you'll be talking in public that nobody will understand.
except the two of you. So once that is there, you prepare the man from the office. You, the woman, you are at the market, you find something, and then you text him, hey, today I feel like maybe when you get home, I want to enjoy the young you. You remember the last vacation we went, how you made me feel. I think I need a rematch of that. Something, you know. So he coming home knows what you want. He gets home, the welcoming, the food preparation, how you have dressed up, and the perfume on your body, the dress you are wearing speaks volumes. And then the guy, if you are home and she is out, by the time she comes, the way you are dressed and the way you've groomed yourself and all, you know, attraction, you know what attracts your partner.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you people don't communicate, but you know what attracts your partner. Some little compliments turn some women on. Just little compliment. You are a man. Your wife went to the salon for 5 hours, came back with a nice hairdo, and you cannot even compliment her. Come on. She went with a simple braid. She came with long single braids all the way to the tailbone, and you can't even see and admire it. Give me a break. So another man will compliment her, and she will be attracted to that man out there. She will be smiling to other men who compliment her and not you, and at that point you become jealous. You know, all these things are things that you put in before you get home. Or even if you are home, she walks in, the compliment and all the name calling you'll be doing. It should be like, what are you up to today? You're like, oh, don't worry about it. You know what I'm talking about. You know, all those things. That child's play, most of you will do. Maybe you don't even know how to cook, but by the time you come, you fry some egg and toasted some bread. You say, oh, today I tried to make you something. You know, all these little things. Or you run quickly to the store, buy some roses, bring it home, and do some little stuff to just psych her mind that this guy is up to something. Now, after all that, she know what you want. She know everything. When it comes to men, some men quickly want to jump. Once, let's assume the woman enjoys sex in the dark,
Mm-hmm.
and the moment she hear the wife telling him, "Can you turn on the light?" The next thing, after turning off the light, he'll drop his pants. Meanwhile, maybe she's not telling you to come and do anything. She just wants to sleep. You know, so because of miscommunication, turn on the light have turned into drop your pants. No, you know. So all these things are communication that goes. Now, after everything, you learn yourself in the bed, in the bathroom, wherever. It's not. You don't shoot penalties when there is no foul, or there is no sports kick in sex life. You have to play around. You have to arouse the body of the woman. You have to touch her. You have to fumble her for a little while because there are two things. Men happen to ejaculate very quick than women. Women take long time. Men are like making coffee. It takes 5 minutes. The water is 3 minutes. Water is hot. You drop a bag of coffee in it. Add your milk, sugar. You are done. The coffee is made. Women are like preparing jollof rice. It takes long time to even come out with a good stew. To put in the rice, lower the temperature to a certain tone for you to have a good flavored jollof rice. So you should know that if you want to take the tea with the jollof rice when it's done, then you don't rush to cook the water. You have to hang around the jollof rice for a little while. Once everything is set and you are waiting for the water to dry, then that is the time you begin to boil water for the tea. So all these things are combinations that you have to learn how to, you know, you don't rush. Take your time. Sometimes women will tell you that I tell my man all the time, he shouldn't rush, he should take his time. But he will always be rushing. And then before you know, your mind is always on that little hole you want to go in. So as soon as you enter, then 5 minutes or 2 minutes, everything is done. And once you spill the milk, what is the essence? There's nothing more. At that point, your body is tired. You lie down, you're like a piece of log. The next thing you start snoring. And all the time, that snoring you are snoring is making the woman really upset. Because you got there before her. You couldn't wait. It's a teamwork. It's a teamwork. So we have to know how to do it. You have to know how to toast the woman, know how to touch every part of the body. Take your time and process everything. And don't put your mind on the centerpiece right at the start. No. Try to build up to that point. And then when you get there, at some point, she will even be directing you to start doing it. That should tell you that, okay, she's ready for it. And all these things, if you are not in good terms, it's not going to happen. If you are not in good talking terms, it's not going to happen. Because she will be reluctant. The guy will be reluctant to do it. And it's not all the time that a man should climb a woman. The creative aspect of it, to make you have a good sex, is changing the dynamics. There was a woman in social media that employed a short stool that she used on the stool. And the man was behind. That was part of the creativity.
Well done. Well creative.
People, you can just grab your woman, like you can wake up in the morning, tell her, I'm going to work. By the time I come back, I don't want to see you in any underwear. That's one clue of preparing her mind that when you come home, you want to do something. So the first thing you come home, you touch and see if she's wearing. If she is, you tell, I told you I don't need it. Go take it out. Go take it off. Or let me help you take it off. Right there. If she's even chopping onion, everything, push that board on the side. Grab her, lift her, put her on the counter. You can start doing something from that kitchen. All the way to the bedroom.
Teach it.
Sex shouldn't happen only in the bedroom. I'm sorry.
Teach it.
It shouldn't. The whole house is locked. Practice from the couch, practice in the bathroom, practice in the kitchen, sometimes on the dining table. If it is not a soft glass, do it. On the dining chair, somewhere. You can be hiding yourself in the corner as if you are stealing something, as if you want to do some quickie or something. No. All those things brings some excitement, because this is what happens. After that act, both of you enjoyed it, right? Now it stays with you. That is the bonding and the connection you've had, that you can do it anywhere. The style and the flavor is different in every location.
Yeah.
Having sex with a woman on top of the sink is different from having sex with a woman on top of a orthopedic mattress. Having sex with a woman on a student mattress on the floor is different from having sex with a woman on top of a high-density bed, a twin bed or a king-size bed. Doing it in the bathroom is different from doing it in the couch. So there are different things. If you have agreed to live the rest of your life together, then You shouldn't be on the same platform over and over and over and over. It becomes annoying and it becomes unenjoyable. You cannot enjoy it anymore. It's one-sided. It's just like you can't eat rice the whole year. Even if you want to eat rice the whole year, you change it, rice and stew. Sometimes you do rice porridge, you do rice pudding, you do rice, anything with rice. Sometimes even with the rice porridge, you can grind it and make it fine. You change the flavor. That's how it is with sex. So be creative. If you don't know, ask professional. There are people that are world trained and certified. I'm not saying go watch some pornographic material because it's not going to help you. It's going to kill you. Those things are not real. They are acted. I will pause here for other contributions and then if there's anything else.
I'm really enjoying myself, so I'm just smiling and laughing and enjoying this.
I know.
Thank you so much. That is very refreshing, and also we need to know and hear these things and then say it said plainly, because there are things that most people have sugar coated it or so over covered it that we don't get to get the plain truth about it. So I'm really happy that
because we are too religious than the Bible.
I tell
That
you.
is what is killing us. That
I
is
tell
what is
you.
killing us. Everybody in this world enjoys sex,
Mhm.
but when it comes to talking,
They,
it
they,
becomes my burden. I'm the
they-
only one that can say it.
they leave it for us to say it and then they criticize
Yeah,
us.
we will be the only people to say it because they don't want to use their religious mouth to say what they enjoy. The thing you are doing it, saying it will kill you. It will not. God created it.
Exactly.
If God did not want us to enjoy it, He wouldn't do it. If God wanted Adam alone to be walking in the garden like a piece of neem tree, He would have left him there. But He knew, and He created it. Adam tasted it, and it was good. That is why after even he ate the apple, and God came, He did not say, "Take your woman away." He still kept her, and they produced. So this is something that you shouldn't be shy about. You go to Songs of Solomon, you will hear the true nature of expression of a woman's body and everything. So for me, I don't think God will punish me for saying that sex is good or talking about what He created. Then He should punish Himself first before coming to me, because He created it. If He did not name it, I wouldn't know the name of it. But let's be plain and let's help each other. There are people that are dying in relationships because they can't have good sex. I have spoken to few or many people, both men and women. Some men, they can have orgasm, they can release, they can put in sperm to produce children, but they've never had satisfaction in relationship, in sex, in bed. Some women have never experienced orgasm, and they are over 40 years. They've been in marriage for 10, 20 years. They don't know what orgasm is.
Yes. They don't know what orgasm is.
Exactly. So it's not, there's nothing to be shy about. God will not punish you for saying it. God will not, this is not part of the judgment protocol where He will judge you. Why did you say sex? Why did you say penetration? Why did you say this? I will rather quote Him in His own book that this is what you wrote. This is you created it. So how did you want me to call it? Call it for me. And when He said, I'll ask Him, is it different from what I said? So let's not be too religious than the Bible. Let's try to help build good relationships. That's all we are here about. For you to be satisfied, for you to be happy in your home. Because we are tired of hearing broken marriages, broken relationships. It's killing our children. Single parenting is not good for any child. So if you can spice up something that will put you together, like last week, one of your panelists said, sex is like the glue or the cement inside the concrete. That's what makes it hard. That's a bonding. And so let's be open about it. If your feeling is behind your ear, drag his hand and put it there so you also can enjoy. Come on, you're also a human being. Life is too short for you to be in a relationship you cannot even experience it. Then people are talking about it, you're like an alien. Come on, let's do it. Don't be shy. Me, I'm not. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Definitely, you are not. We know that for all the explanation, we cannot equate you to a shy person. So, thank you so much, Master David, for highlighting so many things for us. Now, let me take a few comments there and then we can continue from there. We have the last, it says, sex activates your five senses, touching, hear, sight, smell, and taste. Thank you so much. And then Mama Ernestina said, good evening, adorable royal mommy. Good evening to you, Mama Ernestina. We also have Mary Adote says, watching, wow, good stuff. And then we have Mr. Mendy say, it's true. We men have to be very observant and compliment the women. Also help cook when you can. Surprise her with a nice meal. You prepare, you prepare if you got home before her. You are a team, not one man band. Thank you so much, Mr. Mendes. And he goes further to say it goes both ways. Thank you, Mr. Mendes. And then Mama Delasi also said men are like preparing coffee, women are like preparing jollof, quoting you. And Nana Dokua is really enjoying herself there. We have Mama Victoria Sadefia said kudos to Papa Mendes. And the last is also enjoying some love there. And then Mama Delasi say, yeah, uncle, what a wow, what a wow. Now they've given you a wow. And then Mr. Mendy say, all the way, all the way. And then Mama Victoria Sedefia say, do it in the bathroom. My God, I told you, mommy is coming on board, and she will also blow our mind. And then the last is say, aya, and then Obaya said, this, oh yeah, my God. And Mama Victoria Sedefia say, what is yeah? Mama Victoria says, what is yeah? So the last, please explain it to mom. She wants to know what you meant by or yeah, or you want to know. And then the last is laughing. Mana Dokua says, the true talk, brother David, is different when you do it in the living room. Okay, and then the last is well, it's a uncle, well done. Okay, so they are giving another well done. Nana Dokwa say, true talk, brother David, it's really nice when you do it in the living room. Okay, it's really nice when you do it in the living room. We thank God. Delasi is also enjoying herself. And he say, God bless you. You have hit the nail right on the point that they say, God bless you. We have Delasi say, wow, people are enjoying. Yes, so he said, and Mr. Mendy says, I tell you. Mama Rebecca also say, thanks, bro David. Thank you. And the last is a good sex will sustain your marriage. Exactly. Mama Victoria say, well done, brother. And then we also have Nana Dokwa say, I am enjoying the teachings. We thank God. And the last is say, my God, with her eyes pop open. We have Mr. Mendes also say, Messi, enjoying some laugh. And then the last is 40 years old, no orgasm. That's a big problem. Oh. Yeah, indeed, it is. And then we also have Nana Dokua say, I had a friend who doesn't know orgasm, but she is married as Sembiaba. Master David, so you are really hitting us right there. And the person is married but does not know what orgasm is. Obaya Siedu says people are dying. Master David, you are right. A lot of our grandparents had children without not enjoying sex, not even once. All that they had was get ready, get set, get ready, go, and they are gone. Okay, Mama Victoria said, oh no, 40 years without orgasm. The lady has suffered big time. I mean orgasm. Yeah, indeed, he has suffered. And most of the time, it is whilst you're saying that I have a friend who doesn't know, it's most of the time not the woman's fault or the woman's fault for not having, probably she's not been treated well in bed, or the man has not taken time to work on her and to bring her to that place. So sometimes it's not that the person is dysfunctional, but because the husband has not taken time to work on her, touch her at the right places, kiss her as she wants to be kissed and as she wants to be treated. So she just lied down for him to do, and then that is it. And that is not sex. I call it mediration. And when you read my book on secret of romance, I say all these things. One of the things that I dislike is when people are married and they can't enjoy their sexual life, which is something that is bizarre. So I believe that with that's your friend, you could also encourage her to go for counseling, both the husband and the wife, so that they may be taught, and then things may be because she can't continue like that. She can't continue like that. So we'll have to let her know that.
It came to light after we had a sit down talk, and that was how we got to know, because she had a different experience.
Mhm.
After both of them we sat down, and I was playing with the husband. So, okay, tell me a typical day that you want to have sex with your wife. What do you do? How do you start?
Mhm.
Where do you go? And what all that he was saying is, when he comes, he touches the wife open for him, and then he just jump in and do it.
My
When
God.
he comes, that's it, and he sleeps. But I asked the woman, I said, what do you do in return? Does he do it? Say, oh no, when he finishes his sleep, that's it. I can't wake him up. And the next morning he wakes up and he goes to bed. I said, so how do you get yourself satisfied? He said, satisfied as in what? She don't even know what her own satisfaction is. So we had to go through the process, like I was saying. Don't just open up and jump in. It's a process. You need to make sure your nails are short and clean and everything, and wash your hands, sanitize your hand or something, wash your hands clean with soap and water, and begin to do all these massages. I said you can even start with a warm towel on her feet, warm her feet, massage her feet, and all that. So you are massaging the nerve endings of her body. Start from the feet and build yourself up. You are doing that. She's enjoying, her body is calming down. And then get some oil and all these approved oils that are not something that is containing any toxic. So the next 3 days, they had to do exploration. The man had to stop penetration and work on the wife's body.
Mhm.
The following
Exactly.
week we met. That was when the woman was disclosing that she don't know what happened. That the second day after the husband did it, the, her whole body was vibrating all night. Like she couldn't know, she didn't know what was happening. It was like she
Oh
didn't know whether
dear.
she's having epileptic seizure or
Oh
whatever.
my
I said, that's not
God.
epilepsy, that is the enjoyment people do. I said, that is orgasm, right?
Orgasm
And
has turned
now
into
you know what it
epilepsy.
is. Yeah, she thought she was having seizure. The husband was even scared. Yeah, I didn't see the wife vibrate like that.
My
You
God.
know,
The,
something.
the
But
overhoarding
everybody knows
experience. All the things that
exactly.
she has hoarded,
So
she released.
all these things that we talk about, sometimes if you don't open up, you will not learn any new thing.
Mhm.
You have to tell yourself, this I don't know how. I don't know how to fly a plane. I know how to drive. I know how to drive any car you give me. And if I don't know, I will open up and tell you. But if you give me an airplane, I cannot fly an airplane. So there are two different things. You being sincere to yourself and opening up to learn new things. And learning new things doesn't make you a bad person. We should stop accusing our partner. That's one thing that kills relationship. Accusations. Unfounded accusations. When you are accusing your partner at night, you want to enjoy him. Yeah? Come on. A criminal belongs to prison. So you accuse me of a crime, and at night you want me to be your lovely partner? No, it won't happen. The mind is not there. So let's do away. And one thing that makes relationship very good is not holding anything against each other. We should learn to be forgiving. We should
Mm,
learn to forgive
mm,
and stop dwelling on last 3 months issue, last year issue, the September 2019. June 4th, and then Valentine's Day that passed, you didn't buy me this. All those things belong to the past. Leave it there and concentrate on now, so you can enjoy your life. I think if you do that, we'll be okay. Let's.
Thank you so much, Master David, and I appreciate that. And one of the things that I also want to highlight is selfishness in bed. Selfishness in bed is what ruins sex. It will destroy your sexual life. Now, in the rules of sex, I want to say that not one is not a giver and one is a taker. Both of you must be takers. Both of you must be takers, because sometimes it comes to the point that one always like dormant and is, oh, I am always the receiver. No, it is not so. But in the rule of sex, you must be able to also be given as well. He gives to you, you take. You also give to him, he takes. So it's like uh doing working in turns. It's like working in turns. But where we have in the sexual world, where we have one person always being the dominant, it becomes something else. Sometimes the woman has to take the lead role and then also be part of what is going on. And sometimes the man also have to take. Most of the time, we see the men being the lead, taking the lead, whilst the women lie down quietly and then take it. But today, let us also learn with women. Please learn that you also can take the lead role and not just be a taker, but you can just be a taker or receiver, but you also learn to give to the man as well. So these are some of the things that we must bear in mind, that don't just go into having sex of, I am going to satisfy myself, but also see that you are going to satisfy the man, and the man also sees that I'm going to satisfy the woman. When it is like that, both of you are satisfied.
The simple analogy I would say, the simple illustration I want to give everybody is when one person is giving and one person is taking, it's like charging your mobile phone with from a power cord. The power only goes through to the battery. But when you want to enjoy sex, both of you, it's like plugging your cell phone, downloading apps or downloading something from your cell phone and plugging it into a USB on your laptop. As you are downloading, the same cable is charging the phone. The same cable is transferring data from your phone. The same cable is charging the phone as well. So both of you need to connect. As you are downloading, that one is uploading. So it's a cross contamination you are doing right there. So it's cross enjoyment. Let me not say contamination, because somebody will tell the partner that you say it's cross contamination. That's a bad word. This is cross enjoyment. So you are doing it. Sometimes if you, the man, you are not hitting the right spot, the woman turns you down and she becomes a driver. She sits on you and know where to direct the missile, because you are not hitting the right spot. So she can do it. And when she's doing it, enjoy. And don't be like, oh, where did you learn this from? That's no time for questions. Just shut your mouth and enjoy. I'm sorry. Sometimes I have to use some words. So, because sometimes we need to keep our mouth shut and enjoy what is happening. Let the person be in that mood. Let them be in charge. Sometimes, like you said, it's not always all the time. When it comes to sex, everybody can take charge. At what time? When the person feel like taking charge, allow them to flow. Allow them to flow. All you have to do, enjoy. And then when you feel like she's running out of that, you turn her around and also take charge. That's what makes it enjoyable. And when it becomes one log on the floor and the other one is carving the log have no say. That to be there, to be carved into something, is not right, and it doesn't make it much more enjoyable. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Master David. As I said, that's for me today. I'm enjoying myself. I'm quietly enjoying myself. Let me take a few comments from there, and I believe that it will help. Okay. The landlady say it is because of what BAM. Thank you, ma'am. I don't know whether I got it right. You say it's because of what BAM. Thank you, ma'am. Okay, Mr. Mendy says very true. The last is say yep, and then enjoying her laugh. He said, Mama Victoria said, that is why women should tell and show their husbands their place that turns them on. direct the man's hand to where he can touch to help you have an orgasm. Okay, mommy, sometimes some of them don't even know where exactly. There are people that don't know whether if you touch my nipple, I will have orgasm, I will like it. They don't even know because they have not gotten the point that, let's say, the chance to for them their body to be explored. So they don't know exactly where their G spot is, their sensitive part is. So they will just lie down for you to do what you have to do and get up. And they cannot guide you because they don't know themselves. But to those that have been able to explore and know those areas, don't be quiet about it. You must give the information out to your husband and let them know that, okay, this is what I like. I like this one turns me on. If you want to get me easily, this is what you do. This is where you put me in. This kind of mood will turn me on easily so that it helps. It helps for the process of penetration and the act of sex itself. Now we have the last. You say accusation is a mood killer. Yes, accusation is a very mood killer. And then thank you very much for that word. And then Mama Nestina say they will ask, where did you learn this? What does that means? That you are suspecting you. Okay, we say when they ask what did you learn this, it means that they are suspecting you. As I said, as I said the last time here, that my book, Secret of Romance, was based on a friend's. We have Doxa. Just Master David, a minute. Let me pick Doxa in a bit. Hello, Doxa. Hello.
Hi, Rab.
Hello, Doxa. How are you?
I'm very well. I'm sorry I'm late. I just finished off work.
Very, very, very late. Extremely late.
Extremely. I was just looking at the time. I said, "Oh my gosh! I hope they've not finished yet."
We are almost there. Today it looks like there's zero. The other phone is not working. So both of you and Master David, you and Master David are on the same line. So what we have to do is that you have to alternate. So when you speak, then you also come. He's on hold for now. So I will allow you to speak, and then I'll take the
Oh,
continuation of the comments. So.
okay.
Mhm.
Um. So the question. Um.
Okay, so basically, what we're talking about is that how can one be creative in sex? How can they be creative? What are some of the things they can do to be creative in sex?
Oh, okay. The first one, like the example I gave last time, is the dressing.
Mm-hmm.
I think dressing, dressing is very important. It's like if you're going to war, you look like Captain Haddock. You tied your hair in a net. You wear your onesie. I like wearing onesie. Right? I love onesies. The one that's attached to the bottom and the top.
Which
They're
one?
beautiful. But that's not. It's not exciting. You look like you're my brother or my cousin.
Mm.
Yes, it doesn't look. It doesn't look like. I mean, I'll just say, bro, switch off the light, or because we look like we're both twins. So I think dressing is very important. Be it, there's nice lingerie,
Mm-hmm.
there's nice outfits that you can wear, nice, very, very creative outfits that people can wear, dressing up. There's also the massaging oils.
Mm-hmm.
There's different types of oils, different incense, the smell. No, I mean when I say incense, I mean like the smell of the oils. There are different smells, the different textures also. And there's also like bath. You can have rose petals in the bath. You can have salt. You can have bath bombs. You can have, it's creative. You like I think last week we discussed location. It doesn't have to be in your bedroom. It can be It can be anywhere within limits. I think it can be anywhere. Wherever you mentioned last week, you said everywhere in your bedroom, your your kitchen, everywhere,
And
everywhere.
sometimes, amazingly, if those that drive, you can do it in the car as well. As far
You
as you get
give
in the car,
it.
where you find a private place where you are driving
Yes,
around the countryside, just park on the road somewhere where they secure and do a quickie one. and it's also a nice one to do.
It's
So
it's
there's so
really,
many
really
things
nice
to
to do.
explore.
It's really, really nice to do. And being creative means having different, like you said, a quick one. There's times when you really need it, you're making love. Then there's times when it's like people are being playful. And then there's times when it's like it's a quick one. We don't have time. So that's also knowing the time you guys have with each other. If it's like a birthday, you know where you are. Sometimes book a hotel with your husband. Go away. Go for a holiday. Go for something with your husband. Sometimes, I mean, my friend said something. She said that when she wakes up, sometimes she leaves notes in his pocket or where he goes to. So like he will go in the bathroom to brush his teeth. When he opens inside, he finds a note and it says something, and then he begins to do what do you call it, like
It's
a
like it's like a
treasure.
treasure hunt.
treasure.
Treasure
Yeah,
hunt. So yeah.
literally treasure hunt. If he gets everything, the reward is there. He gets a reward, and the reward is the end result. So, I mean, there is so much. There is so much. There is um. Oh, there's so much. There is so much. There's lighting, mood, you have to write lighting. You have to write lighting is mood, and songs, music, big, big, big thing. Creativity. What else? What else? What else? Oh, what else? When I think of any, oh yeah. So, what this is important. We shouldn't look like Captain Haddock in the house because when we have our hair done and wigs done, we don't do them for the people outside. First, we're ministering to our husbands. So it's very important that I don't look like I am from an old movie and things are going wrong in my head in the house. Rather, I should rather look even much better in the house than I look even outside.
Mhm.
Yes, rather because like I said before, like when we do our cataract work and wear our onesie, it's not appealing. So I think that's important. Hairstyle, different hair, just sometimes what hair would you like? What you like? Just text, text each other. Hi. So this is oh and what do they call it? Like pillow talk.
That
And
is
then we
flirtation. People who learn, I quite remember I treated the topic flirtation, that you have
yeah
to learn to flirt with your husband. Some
yeah
people, when they come to the point of marriage, they forget themselves, they don't flirt anymore. You have to come to the point of flirting with your husband. The way you used to date, the way you were flirting, when you are married, it should be maintained or even be better than that. So you can flirt with your husband. That also brings what spice in the relationship as well. So flirtation
very
is very much allowed. It's very much allowed in relationship. Yeah.
very true, very true. That is very, very important. It's like I am your girlfriend, I am your wife, I am everything. I'm your companion, I'm your best friend, I'm everything. So we must be able to still continue to flirt. We must be able to keep the fire burning. We must be able to, I mean, or even in the office, you must send him a message whilst he's in the office that he says, look, I can't concentrate at the moment. Let me just go and call my wife. I just need to say hello to her. He must he must feel it, he must sense it that oh no, I need to go and speak to Ben.
Mhm.
Then I come back to the meeting. So yeah, I think these are the some of the creative things that we can add to our sex life.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And one particular thing that I would love to probably will treat it on a whole topic, the games that you can play, the games that you can play in the bedroom and on the bed as well. So sexual games. There are some games that you can play, and it also enhance your sexual creativity or enhance your sexual appetite. So these are when we get a pie, we'll just treat just on the games alone and then probably give you different types of games that one can play, which is very not harmful, which is very connect. It rather connects the two of you, playful, lighten the atmosphere, connect both of you together. So there are some games that you can be playing. Role play is very, very important. You can also do role play. Sometimes we watch movies and you see that, okay, the woman is probably in a nursing dress, or and then nursing the man, taking care of the man and all that. These are all creativities, skills to enhance their sexual life. And there are some of them that which I don't really support, that the whipping aspect of it, where somebody will pick a cane or something and be whipping somebody like that. What on earth for? You know, and so there are certain things that we will also have to will do on that. We'll look into that as well on it, on a topic on its own, when we get the opportunity to treat that. So thank you very much, Doctor. I might have to just take you and then let Master David come in 1 minute, and then we should be fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Master David. So sorry to have put you on hold. Doctor, we have to share that line. So back on, please, if you can say something. Our time's on, and then if we can wrap up, we'll see what we can do next week by the special grace of God. Today I've been quiet, but next week I'm not going to be quiet. Next week we are up on our game, and then we'll also go further. So, Master David, anything else you want to add to that? Anything else you want to add? And then I'll take some few comments there.
I would like to thank Doctor for the submission, and then what I would say is that there are many ways of getting satisfaction in your relationship when it comes to sexual.
Master David, let me quickly ask you this. What do you think about the whipping aspect? Those that pick some canes and then they whip them. That one.
Yeah,
what do you think?
You know, that kind of role play will come in when you have a communication, when you know your partner enjoys that. You know, some women enjoy you slapping them, or maybe slapping the side of their thigh or something like those. It's not like a fight, like you're boxing your fellow man, but it's some romantic touch. So some of this role play we are talking about, some of the things, the whip you see are made of cushion. Some of them, they are not like a wire strand. So if you don't have the right tool, you might hurt your partner. But if it is something that they enjoy, that's what boils out to the communication. Some women will tell you that I like it when my man is giving me a doggy style and he's trying to pull my hair or something. It's not like you're dragging to take off the hair from the head, but that little kind of tiny tension you put on her head, let her own. So when she lets you know, you put that in practice. And let me put a little caution. We don't have to overdo things.
Yeah.
Men have to understand that it is not how hard you pound the woman that makes her come. If she wants it that way, everybody is different. Then you do it. If she tell you to slow down, in any way, you shouldn't lose your mind in an act of sex. You have to, no matter which level you have gotten, to have a listening ear and have your eye on your partner. Sometimes some women cannot communicate their pain, but their facial expression will let you know that the person is in pain. And you having that eye contact, you can ask questions. There's communication. It's not like once you start, you don't talk until you finish. No, it's an ongoing process. It's a communication. So once you are communicating down there, you should be communicating verbally up here as well. And sometimes some women enjoy it when you are speaking slowly into their ear. So all
very well said.
There are things that you need to, and then you are acknowledging them, you are thanking them, you are telling them how it is, how it feels. You know, all those things are things that boost their morale, and it makes them feel like, oh, then I'm doing something right. You know, but when you're lying down, a woman, you are not telling the man whether he's eating at the right spot, whether it is painful, whether it is it. There is a story one day I'll tell you guys. Once we are talking about sex.
Okay.
Let me just put it there. It's just simple. A man and the wife were having they were having sex, right? And the woman was moaning, she was screaming, very high pitch.
Is it enjoyable moaning or painful moaning?
According to the end of the story, the woman was enjoying.
Oh, okay.
The man had not heard her scream that loud. So the man, out of passion, paused and asked her, "Is it painful? Do you want me to stop or you want me to change?" The only thing that came out of the woman's mouth was, "Yeah, take it out and go put it in your mother's." And that was the end of their romantic life.
My days.
The man felt insulted, and to an extent where you tell me to take it out and go put it in my mother, that is too far. But
of
then,
course,
according to the woman, she was enjoying it, and then you cut her off to come and ask a silly question. How will he know that at the time your screaming is out of pain or out of enjoyment? So it's just a simple communication where you have to say, "Okay, yeah, I like it. Keep on doing what you're doing." That would have solved the problem. But because she felt like you've taken me all the way to the third level, why don't you get me to the fourth level and you're bringing me all the way down to come and start again?
That is really bad. I don't think.
There was an insult. It wasn't good. At the end of the day, it took time for us to sit down, try to psych the man's mind up there. She was upset because when you are getting there, it's just like you, the man, not there, and the woman pulls you away and says something that kills your spirit. It can happen to anybody. But at the end of the day, lessons learned. And from that point on, they know that there is communication. The woman has to respond when the question is asked, and the man has to also do the same. It shouldn't be an insulting response. That's why I said, don't hold anything against each other when you get to that point. Clean your mind, clean your soul, and then do it with all sincerity. One thing that kills that enjoyment is one word, one bad word.
Wrong words at that time,
Yeah, one word will change the dynamics of your sex life. And that same one word can spice it up and take it to a different level. So we have to know what time. And please, when in the act, someone calls to ask questions, answer them. Don't think they are insulting you, but say what you feel and be honest and continue. You know, it's bad, but sometimes it happens. But when we all teach ourselves that we are doing, then some petty mistakes will not happen in our relationship because we are not here to train people to go break relationships. We are here to make it work. And so things that will make it work, experiences that we've had from different hearing from different people, we bring it on board. And then you know if you're making such mistakes, there is a corrective action. Jump in, correct it, and then everything will be fine. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Master David. I really appreciate that. And I believe that to every one of you out there, we have really come to a very, very conclusive part of it. And then this has been very, very educative. And then the study continues and follows suit. So we'll see what next week holds for us, and very, very much. Let me quickly take some comments there. Okay, so let me take it from. Okay, Mr. Mendy says very true, because sometimes some women expect the men to know what turns them on, but people are different. People have different triggers. Okay, so you must communicate it, you must say it. Mama Delasi said very true. And Mama Victoria says that if a husband asks where you learned this from, tell him that you found it in a magazine. Okay, Mr. Mendy says, I am learning. Nanadokwa say, I am also enjoying myself, mommy. We thank God. And the last say, it is true.
If your partner asks you, Don't tell him you learn from a magazine. Tell him that God dropped it in your spirit.
Uh-huh. God drop it.
That gift. And tell him God dropped it in your spirit. And you want to practice it. If you have questions, you question
I was watching a movie, and then in this movie, the man went to the village because he decided that he doesn't want the city girls. The city girls are way advanced, so he wants a quiet person who does not know anything about sex. And then so went to the city and then married the lady and brought the lady in. And that night, the lady wowed the man to the extent that the man's jaw was just open like that. He said, "What? Where did you get all this from? Where did you learn this one from? I thought you were virgins. I didn't tell you. You didn't ask me whether I'm a virgin or not, and I didn't tell you I'm a virgin." And therefore the man said, "But he said to hear me. You should thank your stars that God has blessed me with sexual desires that I know how to do it. You should be thanking God. In fact, go to church and give offering for that. Some people would have wished that their wives should be that they don't have, but you are going to complain about that." He said, "Go and sow seed for that." And the man started, he was just amazed. He thought, "Oh, I'm bringing a naive person that he was rather going to wow her," but the lady wowed the man, and then the man was, "My God, I should have even taken the city ones. This one is way advanced for me." So sometimes you may think that the person is not, it cannot be judged by the appearance, whether somebody by the appearance you can tell whether they are sexually good or not, but it is only the acts that can tell. So let us allow ourselves to also grow into it and then learn the best things that we have to learn as well. So let us go further. We have the lassie Obaye Siedu say, Mama, I am learning. Oh, Mama Margaret, God bless you. Mama Margaret is also enjoying herself. The lassie says, but careful to find a hiding location when in the car. Okay, that is, I said, find a good place, a quiet location when you want to do it in the car. That one, it is something that you must be discreet. Do it quietly. I said that's why I say countryside, when you are driving countryside where there's not a busy road, and then you can dive into some small corner there and park your car and do nice one, quick one, and then you are gone. So it's not the one that you go on the roadside where the busy road you park your car, please. That one is quite dangerous. And mommy said the car one is in the law. It said the law in this country is against that. Yes, sometimes we need to break laws to make it very nice. Okay. You didn't hear that from me. Okay, so we go further. Master David, did you hear that? I don't think he did. Mr. Mendy said,
it went from the left through the right. So I didn't.
you didn't hear that one. Thank you. Thank you that you didn't hear that. Oh my days.
Sometimes it's all part of the fun.
Of course. Sometimes you don't have to let certain things hinder you.
It's
You
not
know.
like you're going to be there for 2, 3 hours. It's just,
Yeah, just a quickie and then you are gone.
yeah,
You know.
it's just a country right. Sometimes you take a walk, even on your way walking, and you can hide behind the bushes and do something quick and come back to continue your run. So it's that those are the creative part of it.
And
But
one
both of you know each other. Both of you are enjoying each other, and it's what makes it much more attractive. And that is why people will be saying that, what charm did you put in for this man, or what charm did you put in for the woman, and she can't leave it? It's just because of these tiny things. So there is always a memory, there is always a footprint that you can leave, and different positions and all that brings in. Every day there is something new. So when she sees you, she know, oh hey, this guy today maybe he's bringing something new. Hey, this girl, as she's wearing this mini skirt today, maybe she has some new style to show me. So you always want to be there. You always want to get into to know what next. So it's all good. I think that the Lord will look on the other side for us.
exactly. I like when you support things like that. Very, very, very important. You know. And then one areas too that you can also do, and then is the seaside night beach. When you go to the night, that when the breeze and everything, it is also a beautiful environment to enjoy a quickie there, and then you are gone. And then also by the pool side is also in the pool is one area you can do. In the bath, you is some areas you can also explore from that. So that the
If you
seaside.
have a swing, if you have a swing chair at your backyard, that's also another spot.
My
In the
God.
night, you sit there with your sparkling wine, and then you are cruising yourself slowly. Nobody, your neighbor will not even hear, because that one, if nobody screams, you go
Even
and
if they
relax.
will scream, then when you are going, take a pillow with you, or get some scarf or something, and then push it through your mouth.
Wear some. Today you can wear some face mask, so the mask will take away
And put something in your mouth, and
the
then so
noise.
that will keep you quiet when you are screaming for the neighbors to hear. So anyway, so these are some of the things that you can do to become creative in your sexual life. And I believe that we have come to a way that we have learned. Let me quickly finish the comment, and then we will also, Master David will give your last final word and we'll go. So Mr. Manny said you are right, but people still do it to I believe that he was talking about the role play. And then Mama Victoria says that the Lord have mercy on them if they are caught. Okay, they will not be caught. Make sure when you are doing it in the car, you don't get yourself caught. Please do it quickly and then move. And the last he says, wow. And then he said, the last he says, she's rude though. And then we say, oh dear. And Mama Ernestina says, so, oh, I believe that when you were talking about the lady that had a foul mouth at the husband in bed. Mama, Mr. Mendy says, mercy and grace, no understanding. Okay, Mama Nana Dokwa says, very educative program. We thank God for that. Doctor say we didn't hear. We didn't hear. Well done, Doctor. Thank you that you didn't hear that. Then we have Doctor say, Rev, another creative thing is different positions. Different positions. Yeah, very, very much well said, Doctor. And then it says, Doctor say, Master David, thank you. Thank you, my Okay, he said, thank you. My husband, please, we will buy a swing chair. Okay. Doctor, it means that doctor, you have given doctor an idea. So doctor is saying that he will buy a swing chair. He and the husband will buy a swing chair, and then we'll practice what you said. Okay, so we'll go further. The last is enjoying. Mama Victoria say, Rev, you are loaded. Oh. I am even quiet today. Today I'm quiet because today is Master Davis' turn. So I am so quiet and relaxed. But the Lord is we will come again. We will come again. Replay. Amen and amen. So the last is also enjoying it. And we thank God. We bless God for everyone. Master David, give us your final word and then we are done.
I think you've said so much, and I thank everyone for the pieces that they bring on board. You know, when we come here, it's like we are coming to prepare a meal. Everyone comes with a different spice, a different flavor. We put it together, we make a whole big meal that everyone enjoys. And we are creating a puzzle, and everyone have a piece to put in to make it work. I want everyone to put away shyness. Communication is the key in the relationship. If your partner is not communicating with you, create an avenue, sit him down and tell him, let him know, we are on this, we are in this together. We are not two separate entities, we are now partners of crime. And so let's plan a way of making this work. You know, relationship is like going to do a bank robbery. If you are the best driver, you are the getaway driver, you sit behind the wheels and you don't get out. You sit in there and your foot is on the pedal, your hand is on the gear, your ear is listening, your eye is looking. That is your job. The sniper sits somewhere and take out every obstacle on the way. The one who goes into the bank, who is fast enough, is swift enough to clear all the money into the bag. And then once they jump into the vehicle, whether the door is closed or not, the driver speeds out. So everyone have a role. So explain it to your partner. Let's have that discussion. Let's have that conversation. We are in this together. How do we make it work? This is my field. This is my side. What is your side? How do you want me to handle you? Where do you want me to touch? What turns you on? What do you like about me? What type of dresses you want me to wear that will make you feel like attracted or me being attracted to you? Let's communicate. And then once we find the common ground. Then we can build from there. But without communication, all these things we are talking will not work. But even if your husband, your partner is not communicating, try to put all these spices together. Change your bed, do the dressing. When he comes home and you are pantless and you are wearing all this lace and nightgown, there is nothing that he cannot tell you he won't depend on. He lies. And then when he starts, move his hand to where you want his hand to be. When he's trying to jump, you tell him, hey, slow down, slow down. Let's do it step by step. Let's move it step by step. You teach him how to do it. And very, very soon they will come on. They will join because he know at the end of the day, both of you get satisfied. It shouldn't be one-sided. I hope no one here will be going 5-10 years without orgasm. Everybody will enjoy their orgasm. Their men
Amen.
will be doing what they're supposed to do. That's what I wish.
Master David, pray that
Let's
prayer. Pray that
spice
prayer
up and
again.
Enjoy our relationship. Let's enjoy our relationship. Let's put in all the effort. Enjoy your orgasms and enjoy your life. And if babies come, those are the bonuses of it. If they don't, keep on doing it. They will pop up one day. I wish everybody all the best. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Master David. Well spoken. At every given time, you have given your best, and we appreciate God for that. I hear the amens coming in for that powerful prayer you prayed. You know, you've been the minister for. Minister, no, I would not even say that. Let me hold it back. So you've ministered. Master David, why are you laughing?
No.
You know what I was going to say, right?
I think I know you for now, so I know what
I tell you. So I just held it back. So we appreciate that. In fact, the amens are a lot. So the amens are coming. That is a powerful prayer. You know, so everybody is say claiming it and receiving it, and I also say a powerful amen and amen and amen to that. So we appreciate you so much. We'll come again next week and somebody on also another topic, creative communication. Next week we are talking on creative communication, and then we will do the gaming aspect on one topic. So we'll let you know when the time arises. But next week we are talking about creative communication. Somebody come and let us all learn how to talk creatively, the essence of communication, effective communication, and all that in our relationship, and then also the act of communication. Every one of them will have to know. So somebody we are starting next week on creative communication. So thank you all for joining Bed of Roses. It's been a very time that has been very fruitful, and we thank you, Master David, always for coming and always inspiring us and also teaching us. We appreciate you, Doxa. God bless you. Every one of you on board, the Lassie, Mr. Mendes, Mama Victoria, Nana Dokua, Mama Ernestina, Obaya Esiodu. Who will I leave out? Who will Rebecca Owusu? Every one of you, I appreciate you so much. Thank you for joining us. We thank God. Doxa, God bless you. I think I've mentioned your name. God bless every one of you for that broad contribution. The ones that were behind the scenes listening to, well done. You've done well. And then to Reverend Doreen, to God bless you. And thank you. We'll see you again next week on Bed of Roses. Keep your bed spicy. Keep your beds dressed. And enjoy the best of love. It is a bye-bye for now. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye. Bye, everyone. Bye-bye. Mama Winifred, God bless you. I can see you on there. Mama Winifred, God bless you. Bye-bye.